This Vermont utility weather outlook is valid the rest of today, Tuesday, through next Monday, December the 7th. Travel issues with cold ground temperatures the main issue for this afternoon, as a few minor pockets of glazing for the afternoon and evening hours expected as a rain shield advances across from southwest to northeast. The biggest utility concern will be a minor one with just some westerly gradient winds. That'll happen Thursday afternoon and evening across the southern Green Mountains and associated higher terrain. A minor coating of wet snow also fall, it looks like, on Thursday into Friday, and it may bring some slippery travel. Really no big utility issues. I think the gradient wind issue is going to be the main one, and this will be taking place on Thursday afternoon again for southern areas. This is, of course, the Water Prediction Center's 7-day total accumulated precipitation. You can see wide areas of the country without, and up in the Pacific Northwest and parts of Northern California, some good precip for them. That's all good news there. And then for us, we have a sort of a fleeting storm with a rain shield working across, and then a cutoff low that's going to be also working across and lowering the temperatures aloft and at surface, and that will make for some wet snow shower activity, but we're not talking about any utility concerns. This is how much of the eastern part of the country looks. You can see there has been some snow, anywhere from as much as 6, 7, 8 inches in some locations, working in across parts of the northern plains, and this is going to be mostly tracking again toward our region. This is going to bring us some wet snow showers, the tail end of this sort of elongated weather system. And you can see here we have precipitation that's working up in from southwest to northeast, and temperature is mighty warm off to the west and southwest of our region. You can see these warmer temperatures working in around an area of higher pressure as this advances off to the east. This is our upper level system that's going to be working off to the from west to east and affect us later in the week. But right now it's the advancing rain shield on cold ground temperatures that we're most concerned with mostly a travel issue. This is basically a travel issue. I'm not really anticipating any issues at all for utilities. And looking at the latest, you can see where precipitation falling in the form of rain. Some of this is in the form of freezing rain in a few local spots. And roughly at about 10:30 this morning, you can see a little bit of precipitation has made it sort of spotty in nature into some locations here, just around knocking on the door of southern Vermont. This cloud shield is going to continue to advance to the north and east, and eventually it'll spread rain over the region. We have to worry about generally east of the Green Mountains and along the spine of the Greens, some pockets of freezing rain, and mostly rain, but some areas could be a little problematic for travel. And looking at the precipitation here advancing, this is the latest European model 6-hour panels. You can see the surface area of higher pressure and rain shield getting in here roughly right about 1 o'clock. This is cutting across just about dead center of Vermont from northwest to southeast. That advancing line. And we get a little heavier precipitation across northern Vermont. This will all be in the form of rain, and I'm not anticipating any freezing rain at this point in time. Temperatures will have warmed up near the Canadian border, but a little heavier condition there. Still, we'll have to keep a close eye on it. And this is the upper level system on the back side. Starts to see cooler temperatures and lower thicknesses begin to work on in. The thicknesses are illustrative of snow versus rain, the blue and red here. So conditions will move in with this particular back end of the weather system with some scattered snow showers. We're not going to be talking about a lot, but on the very back end, you see up near the Canadian border there, we have probably the best chance to see accumulating snows up around the Jay Peak area, maybe some of the highlands of the Northeast Kingdom, where we might see even a few inches in the local higher terrain, less down on valley floors. That system pulls away. We get into some minor flurries of some weak disturbance kind of drops in from northwest to southeast across northern Vermont for basically Friday night for a little flurry activity, a little dusting there. And then high pressure builds in. We warm back up and big broad ridge through the weekend. However, keep your eyes on the northwestern areas here near Hudson Bay. This is a system that's going to drop almost due south, and as it does, we're probably looking at some snow shower activity somewhere along about Sunday night. But roughly the two best project days are coming Saturday and Sunday. Okay, we're looking at current snow depths, and this will kind of tell the story here. We can see some advancement and start to accrue a little bit of snow here. This is valid roughly Thursday morning about 7 o'clock, and by 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday, you can see 3-inch amounts up in parts of Franklin County, the northern Green Mountains, up west of Newport, and then 4 inches by the end of the day. It looks like 7 p.m. By 1 o'clock in the morning on early Friday morning, you can see still a little bit of extra snow there. And so about the best snowfall accumulations I've seen so far. I don't know if this is overdone. It may be just a little bit overdone. But we're looking at about 3 inches in Montpelier, 4 inches in Morrisville, Stowe region, roughly about 3 inches in St. Johnsbury or Lyndonville area there. And then down the spine of the Green Mountains, least amounts across, of course, central and southern New England, and up in mainly the northern areas. Finally, we get a little bit of snow. Now, this is valid about 7 p.m. on Friday evening. This is into Friday. We still add a little bit of snow here. And then we get into the afternoon hours or through Sunday, we start to warm up a little bit, and we start to lose our snow cover. And just for kicks, let's extend this back down through the area. Looks like our snow cover is probably going to hold out, but it's going to be a close call. So we will get a little bit of snow on the ground toward the end of the week and definitely coming this weekend. Okay, we'll go from snow to temperature here, and this is the 5-day afternoon high maximum temperature anomalies. You can see running about 6 to 9 degrees above normal. 3 days later, generally 6 degrees. You're going to see this, I think, most of November. I'm going to show you the reason why. This is the reason why. This is the climate forecast system that's valid through the month of December, and well above normal temperatures. A stormy El Nino pattern, subtropical jet stream, a bit of an Arctic or the polar jet really continues to be holding a lot of the colder air with a very strong polar vortex, hugging in the coldest air into from the sort of northwest Atlantic back over Greenland and back into the pole. So for us, looks like if anything, we're running about somewhere around 3 to 4 degrees above normal, the prediction by the climate forecast system. Okay, we're starting out from very cold temperatures this morning in the teens in many areas, and we're going to be making a rise above the 32-degree mark, but just barely. And those temperatures then steadily climb up through the night, and expecting temperatures in the morning and during the afternoon on Wednesday, really the maximums, to probably get either around 40, if not the lower 40s. And then those temperatures fall back as that upper level system begins to work in, and you can see most of the temperatures hanging not too far from 32 degrees, suggesting not a lot of accumulation on valley floors. Again, it's going to be mostly our higher terrain. So the European model is probably over-amplifying some of the snowfall, at least for our lower elevations. From there, no extremes to really worry about. That's it from here. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights Consulting.